Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name's Imogen. In today's video, we are going to be talking about what to do when you can't stay consistent with working on your goals. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. So on this channel, I've talked a lot about how consistency is really the key to achieving whatever it is you want to achieve, whether it's some kind of like personal goal, a professional goal, an academic goal. If you can be consistent with working on it, then ultimately you are very likely to be successful. And consistency is one of those things that is really kind of fundamental to whatever goal you want to pursue. Like, a lot of the strategies I talk about are quite widely applicable, but consistency is one that I talk about a lot, and that is because it is one of the most important things. Like, if you are consistent and if you are persistent, it will get you a really, really long way. In some ways, it will get you further than talent. So consistency is really important, but this is where a lot of people fall down because it's difficult to achieve, okay? If you've ever tried to keep a Duolingo streak, you will know that even like a small task like that is kind of difficult to achieve. So how do we stay consistent? And what happens when we can't stay consistent, or you keep breaking your streak, or you just can't be bothered with your habits? How do we deal with that? Let's talk about it. So the first thing that you can use in this fight against inconsistency is generally just reminders, okay? So if you're like me and you forget things a lot, then it's really useful to have some kind of a reminder. This can take all sorts of forms. Like, I have a reminders function on my computer that I use. I have like alarms that I set on my phone, obviously like calendar notifications, all these kinds of reminders. Because genuinely, sometimes we've got a lot going on and we forget things, okay? Like, I'm quite forgetful, so I need reminders. And it might sound really basic, but I kind of wanted to start with the basic stuff. And if you've already been like, yeah, I have reminders, then you can just skip ahead in the video. But it's really important to have them, so you make sure you have them, okay? And also, kind of on that topic, you need an understanding of how each task fits into your overall vision. So I've talked about this in my motivation videos, if you want to go and check those out. But it's really important when you're working on a goal, smaller goal especially, that you understand how it like contributes to your larger goals, how it contributes to your purpose, your vision, because otherwise you're going to get demotivated and you're going to be like, why am I working on this small goal when I don't see, like, what's the point, okay? So an example, right now I'm filming a video. I know that that fits into my overall goal of growing this community, growing this YouTube channel, improving my like speaking skills, improving my like technical video production skills, okay? So I'm very aware of how all this fits into my overall plan, therefore I'm motivated to make the video, so I'm making the video, okay? So you need to have an understanding of how those things fit in to your overall plan. And if you like, you can build those into your reminders. So sometimes what I'll do is I have like the title of the task. I'll have the title of the task, and then underneath I will have the like larger goal that I'm ultimately working towards using that task, okay? So it might be something like, I've got like, in my reminders, I've got like film 5 videos, and underneath I've got it tagged with like grow YouTube channel, okay? So things like that, reminders and an understanding of how they fit into your overall vision, really, really key. And you've got to put that down as the groundwork before you get on to other reasons why you might not be consistent, okay? So you need to understand like the value that these tasks have, and you need to remember to do them, okay? The next thing that I'm going to talk about is that sometimes when we can't stay consistent, it's not because we don't understand the importance of the task, but we're all human beings, and human beings can be a little bit lazy. So when you are being inconsistent because you're a bit lazy or you're just tired, you don't want to do it. And this is not burnout I'm talking about, by the way. If you're burned out, then that's a whole other problem. And I've made loads of videos on burnout. So if you're burned out, put this video down, go and check out one of those videos, because this kind of advice is not for you. But if you're not burned out and you kind of just can't be bothered, like you're being a bit lazy, and I've been there, I'm not judging, then you need to scare yourself, okay? If you don't stay consistent, what will the consequences be? Where will you end up, okay? So the consequence for me, if I didn't continue to work on this channel, is that, I wouldn't be able to deliver content, I wouldn't be able to build this community, and eventually you guys would probably get bored and you'd unsubscribe, and then everything that I've worked so hard to build so far would all be for nothing, okay? So that's my like big scary consequence that I'm thinking about when I think about I need to like contribute, okay? I need to keep building this channel. And similarly, other goals that I've had, so for example, in 2024, I really started to try and take care of my health better, because I had some like fairly alarming health scares in the past few years, and 2025 I'm definitely like continuing that. And so my main motivation to like keep learning healthy recipes, keep eating healthier, sleeping better, drinking more water is that I've put so much work into my health so far, and I don't just want to throw that all away and risk having like health scares again. Okay, so you need to understand that there's like a big bad consequence waiting for you if you don't stay consistent, okay? And sometimes that is enough to like get me up off the couch and going to do things, or in this case sitting down on the couch to film a video. You can still be productive sitting on the couch. I'm not saying that the couch is bad. Okay, let's move on. The third tip I have for you is to get an accountability buddy. Now, I am very lucky. Well, I am lucky, and I am also grateful that a lot of my friends, and this was by design, obviously. Now, I'm friends with people who kind of push me to be my best self, and I did this by design, but I was also very lucky that they wanted to be friends with me. So it's kind of partly by luck and partly by design, but all of my like close friends act as accountability buddies for me, and I do for them, and we each push ourselves to be better at our goals, and we celebrate wins together, and so on and so forth. So it's really helpful to get a circle of people around you who are going to hold you accountable and who are going to be good role models for you and give you the opportunity to be good role models for them. Okay, so get an accountability buddy. In a way, actually, you guys are also my accountability buddies, because I've got to keep being productive, I've got to keep achieving goals, I've got to keep making videos. Otherwise, you guys are going to feel let down, because achieving things is what we do on this channel, and I have to be that good role model for you. Okay, so get an accountability buddy, whether it's like real or virtual or whatever. It's really helpful if you can't stay consistent, because when you are thinking, oh, I'll just skip a day in this habit, you'll be like, no, because all of these people are expecting me to continue. Like, I post daily. If I missed a day, you guys will be like, where's the video? Okay, because you're used to me posting daily. And sometimes I do get those comments like, I took a break last year and people were like, where's the video? Okay, so accountability buddies. Okay, I am going to talk next about competition. When you aren't staying consistent, other people are, okay? Other people are getting ahead while you're screwing around. How does that make you feel? It should make you feel a little bit panicked, because I'm not suggesting you panic. Like, I have anxiety, so I understand this. I'm not trying to panic you, but if you understand that other people are working on their goals while you are like slacking off, you're not staying consistent, then the natural consequence is to worry about your progress, okay? And it goes back to the sort of like scare yourself a little bit thing that I said earlier. Again, doesn't apply if you have burnout. It only applies if you're being a little bit lazy, and you know, this is like why you can't stay consistent, okay? So think about the competition. I am naturally quite a competitive person, and those two like, you know, parts of myself are constantly like fighting for like who's in charge. Okay, there's the part of myself who's like, I don't want to stay consistent, like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And then there's the other part of myself that's like super competitive. It's like, there's going to be big bad consequences if you don't, you know, other people are getting ahead, and so on and so forth. So a little bit of healthy competition can be really helpful, all right? And don't like stress yourself out over it. I'm not saying to like develop some kind of like inferiority complex, because that stuff can wear down on your self-esteem. Approach with caution. But I found that in some circumstances, especially with friends, sometimes healthy competition can be a really good thing, okay? In a friendly way. I'm not saying to like destroy your life over it, but get competitive. It could be really helpful. And also compete with your past self, okay? So something that I really like to do is just to work for a personal best. It doesn't even have to be anything to do with other people, but just work for a personal best. Try and be better than yourself like 2 weeks ago, better than yourself yesterday, okay? You're always competing primarily with yourself. The next thing that I want to talk to you about in the pursuit of consistency is to start small, okay? So make goals more achievable. Make it so small that it's ridiculous not to start, okay? Sometimes when I'm struggling to be consistent, I'll just take the goal and I will downsize it a little bit, okay? So a really good example of this is let's talk about language practice, okay? So I had like this sort of like big plan, and I was going to do all of these things, and then I was like, you know what, if I just take one small aspect of it and I do that every day, then I can take the second aspect and gradually do that every day as well, okay, and then build up to doing all of it every day. So it's much easier to kind of have that like step up structure, if that makes sense. All right. The next and final thing that I want to talk about is to just have fun with it, okay? Guys, I know I talk a lot on this channel about productivity, and that's entirely valid, but it's so important to have fun with it, okay? If you're not having fun with your goals, and if you're not like, if you're not enjoying it, if you're not finding fulfillment in it, and you're not like, If you're taking it too seriously, then it's just going to be a drag, okay? Like it's gonna like really wear you down, and you just need to have fun with it, okay? The fact that you are able to focus on self-development and the fact that you're able to, you know, be alive and learn things is such an amazing privilege. And to be able to do that, it took a lot for you to get here, okay? So have fun with it, okay? Productivity is not all about like boring and sad stuff, okay? It can be really fun and really fulfilling. Have fun with it. Find ways to like gamify it, okay? And realize that this is actually a really like positive opportunity that we should all be grateful for. All right, that's what to do when you can't stay consistent. If you are not already subscribed, be sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram. I will see you next time. All right, bye.